Hello, we're live. I had to run and grab my wearable blanket. It is freezing. Yesterday it was 72. It is currently 23 and 8 degrees. I'm sorry, now it feels like 9. The wind is winding outside. Welcome to the Midwest. Oh, fake spring sucks. Okay. I've done no writing since Sunday. I am super behind on my goal for the month of February. I wanted to get 30,000 words for the Wordy Writer challenge, and at 18,813 words, which means I'm roughly 12,000 words behind. No, I guess more like 11,000 because that's really close to being 19,000 total words. So in order to hit in order to hit 30,000 words this month, I need to write 5,594 words today and tomorrow. And I don't see that happening. So I'm going to change my word count goal to 25,000 words. And that will put me at having to write 3,094 words today and tomorrow. That's more doable. And if I get more than that, that's great. But that's going to be the goal for today. I'm really bummed that I didn't do any writing yesterday, but yesterday was busy with speech therapy, running to the grocery store, running some errands. I put in our tax documents, and then basically setting up to make sure that we were all good in case we got some of the bad storms that happened yesterday, which luckily our town didn't. I think there was a tornado 30 or 40 minutes north of me, and then there was another one actually that went through, I think, my cousin's town, and that was about 30 or 40 minutes south of me, but that was more into Indiana. So it kind of like we got rain and some nasty wind, but it kind of just skipped over my town, like the snowstorms do. I am totally fine with tornadoes skipping my town, though. I want them nowhere near me. But yeah, so yesterday was just kind of not a good day for writing. And then Monday, I've noticed that on the Mondays after I do an all-day write-a-thon day, I kind of take the Monday off, and I don't do anything on Monday but binge watch TV. So that's what I did on Monday. You'll be happy to know that I'm almost done with the 100. Yeah, almost done. I think I have like 5 episodes left. Yeah, I sucked with this challenge this month. Yes, but you were in a funk. You just started getting your groove back not too long ago. Are you still on track to having your project done by its due date, though? You needed, what, 1,400 words a day, give or take? If I... Let's see. Did I update my novel pad? Um, oh, excuse me. Um, I have not updated my novel pad. So I don't know if I'm on track for my March 31st. I think I am on track for my March 31st due date for the contemporary romance at least. Yeah, but I didn't write Monday since the Grand was back, and last night I wrote like 40 words, so I need just over 1,600 words for my 24th deadline. It's better than my 3,000 word for today and tomorrow. And I'm scheduling things that have to be due to people so I don't worry about procrastinating too much. I get that. Yep. So I think I'm on track for my March 31st due date for the contemporary romance. I'll have to do the math on that because I don't have what I've written this month is everything that I've written with the fantasy romance and the contemporary romance because I started off the month writing the romantasy, which I think was about 5,000 words. So about only 13,000 of the words that I've written this month is for the contemporary romance. But I think I'm on track for the contemporary romance. I might still be on track for the fantasy romance too, but I haven't touched it since the beginning of this month. Dude, if you get that done by the 31st, we could potentially have you published by this summer. That's the hope. That is the hope. I think let me pull up my Notion because I had my writing schedule in there and I need to drastically change it. But the hope was that I had draft one done by March 31st and there was a potential release date of July 11th. Whether or not that is even like remotely like doable, I have no idea because I don't know how long it would take for like an editing or how many revisions I would have to do or cover or any of that bullshit. But that was the that I was going for. Um, Ironically, this is what I really need to change is for the romantasy, I had a due date of the end of April, but an earlier release date than the contemporary romance. I had put that as a potential May 16th release. Because I liked the idea of doing like a May, November, February release for the fantasies. Yeah, my writing schedule needs to be revamped a little bit or even early fall. Yeah. Yeah. We can just laugh at me. um yeah. So that needs to be redone. But I've at least been pretty consistent in the writing aspect of things. So I am happy with that. I'm building back up the habit of writing more consistently, which is really all I wanted out of these challenges is to get my habit of writing back on track. We can totally revamp, but I can help with editing and stuff to keep costs down. I love you. I love you. Yeah. I'm like so nervous. I'm like for like the business side of that stuff. Storm, what are you barking at? I don't know what she's barking at. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I have to have an end goal or I won't write. I found that out about myself. I'm liking having the deadline. I have noticed that I'm liking the deadline, and I'm liking that it doesn't feel like I don't know what the word is, but like it's not super pressuring because maybe because I'm only like in the middle of the deadline and I see that I still have a whole nother month for my deadline. Um, but yeah, I'm liking the deadline so far. Alrighty. I am going to get the first sprint started because I gotta figure out what the heck Storm is barking at. I have to have the pre-order link up because it's a pain to move it. Writing deadlines don't help me. I will put it off forever. I get that, but I don't want to do that yet because I don't even know how long it takes me to get a draft done. And then I don't know how long it'll take for like it to get edited and revised and the cover and like I don't know any of that yet. So I didn't even want to touch any of that until I have this first draft done. So here's hoping that I can get the first draft done by the end of March. I just I just want to get my publishing career started. Yeah. Like once I am able to consistently push out first drafts and just drafts in general, then I'll probably start putting up like actual pre-order dates on Amazon and whatnot. But until I know how long it'll take for my process, I don't want to touch it. um, but let's get this first sprint started and be productive. I'm probably going to do some admin stuff for the first sprint. So, I will see you back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was the first sprint. How did we do? I got some of my admin stuff done. I'm in the middle of sending an email to my kids' principal because my son is going to be going into kindergarten next year, and I want to look into their speech program that they have in school and make sure that he's going to be able to start that as soon as he starts kindergarten because he's currently in speech therapy. So I just got to take care of that. I did some CRW stuff. And then I found a job application that I need to fill out. So next one's going to also be admin stuff, and then hopefully I'll get back into the writing. Devin, hello. You got a new photo with your new book. I love it. I don't feel productive today, but I'm getting things done. How does that work? That's amazing. Not feeling productive, but you're still able to get stuff done. That is amazing. Yes, I will be on tonight. I'm going to be on at 7:30 Central Time, so that'll be 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern. And then I'll be on for probably 3-ish hours. So far, the feedback I've gotten on book 2 has been great, so I'm happy to continue writing the way that I have been. Yes! That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Oh, I love when that happens. Hello, dropped my son off at school and now I'm ready to get some words in. Yes. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Yeah, I just have to finish up this email. I think my husband wanted me to do one other thing too. What did I need to do? This is why I create so many alarms on my phone, and I didn't do that last night, but he specifically asked me to do something. Shit, I'm gonna have to text him. My ADHD is ADHDing for sure. Oh man. Earlier when it was just me and Katrina, I was saying I had to go and bust out my wearable blanket because yesterday it was 72 degrees out, and there were, I think, 2 official tornadoes or 2 confirmed tornadoes that happened yesterday. One I believe was like 30 to 40 minutes north of me, and the other one was like 30-ish minutes south of me. So it missed my town, which I'm thankful for. But now it is like 23 degrees out and it feels like 9. So it's like a very drastic 55 to 60 degree drop in temperatures, plus the wind is winding. It is so obnoxiously windy outside. So I had to bust this out because it was freezing in here, even though I've got the heat on. I need all the alarms to stay on track. Same. It's the only thing that I've found that actually works with my brain on me getting things done is if I like need to do something. I mean, obviously I've got Post-its up the wazoo all around. Watch alongs. Oh, I can throw this one out. I already put the watch alongs channel in the Discord. CRW members on Facebook, CRW stuff. Like, I've got Post-its everywhere, but unless I make an alarm for it on my phone and it goes off when I know that I'm going to be working on the computer, it doesn't work. I also have a bazillion alarms on my phone. Yes, like, it's crazy. Like, I even have alarms for like when I have to start getting ready to leave to go pick up the kids from school. Like, is that bad? Oh gosh, it's going to be 83 today and tomorrow is going to be 65. I would much rather have that kind of drop than what we had today. Like yesterday it was 72. We're outside at the park wearing shorts, t-shirts, and then the cold front comes in last night and we got snow flurries. like I get it because it's February. Like we're supposed to get snow flurries. But fake spring sucks. Use Google Keep for on the go and you can add a reminder to each note. It's like virtual sticky notes. I will have to look into it because I haven't tried that. I will definitely have to look into it because, yeah, a better system. And so far, the phone alarm system is what's been working as long as I set up the alarm. I was also talking earlier with Katrina on my writing goal. So I am behind on the Wordy Writer challenge, but the main thing that I wanted to get out of the Wordy Writer challenge for February was to at least write more consistently. And I feel like I've done that. Like I've written 18,813 words so far in February, which is really, really great. Now, I haven't written every single day, but I wasn't expecting that because with my kids, there are some days where I just can't get any words in. But I've at least been consistently writing every week. And I'm really happy that has been going well. I also changed my word count goal from 30,000 words down to 25,000 words because I feel like I can hit 25,000 words by the end of tomorrow, I think. If I do that, I need a total of 3,094 words today and tomorrow, which I think I can do. I might try and go for a 4K day today if I can. But we'll see. So that's the update on my Wordy Writer challenge progress. I have been doing some vlogging, so February is it's gonna be just one probably long writing vlog about the Wordy Writer challenge, and then I'm hoping in March to be able to start doing weekly vlogs again. I really need to figure out or save money for like an actual camera because there's not a whole lot of space on my phone anymore. And that's where I've been doing all the filming of all of everything that I've done for YouTube up until now. And my phone just like I have so many photos of my kids and I don't want to delete them. But they take up a lot of space. So I need to figure out that. I think that's the main reason as to why I haven't been filming as much is because I keep losing space and I have to quickly run to the computer, upload the video from my phone onto the computer so it's at least on the computer so that I can edit it later, and then delete it off the phone so that I have more space to do more videos. Like right now, if I were to start a video, which I will do right now, let's see. It says I only have 20 minutes of space. And that 20 minutes goes by real fast. But I also have videos on there that I need to put onto the computer and delete off my phone. So that is my goal for next month, is to be more consistent with the vlogging and the YouTubing of actual YouTube videos rather than just the live streams. Let's see. Same. I name my alarms, get ready, dismissal, lunch. I mean, who needs a reminder to eat? No. We need reminders to eat. I have noticed this. If I don't remind myself to eat, even like the only way that I can start, or not start, the only way that I know that I need to eat is when I start to get lightheaded. Because I do get lightheaded every like 5 to 6 hours if I haven't eaten yet. So that's a great reminder. But like, why do we want to wait until we're lightheaded and nearly passing out? But yeah, no, I totally get this. So in my alarms, I have an alarm. I have 2 alarms to wake up. And of course, I hit the snooze on those all. I have one that says leave for Paul's therapy, which I have set for 15 minutes before we have to leave. I have one for when my daughter has early dismissal days. So it's not on right now because she doesn't have an early dismissal right now. There's one for pick up Paul, pick up Amelia, my birth control, and then just like random ones that are off right now because I don't need them at the moment. But yeah, totally get it. I have 5,745 words left to hit the 30K. That's amazing. Didn't get any writing done on Monday because we had a mouse. We caught it though. Yay. I hope it's the only mouse you've got. We were lucky and we only had the one mouse, and it was done. I've still been consistently like checking and making sure that there's no other mice. But oh, I hate mice. They suck. Can you use an old phone for videos or a second webcam? So I do have this webcam, but I like to, like, when I'm on the go, I like to do like that with the vlogs. Like the webcam is fine for like if I'm doing a sit down video. My husband did mention that, but I want something that's more like on the go type of thing. I don't have any other old phones because when I got this phone in March of 2021, I think, we traded in my old phone in order to get like a better price for this one. Because, money issues. Money is fun, right? So I use this pretty much for everything because it's a great camera. I just don't have a whole lot of space. And unfortunately, Samsung started doing the thing that Apple does, and there's no external memory card that I can put in here like I could with my old phone. So that's really great. I love that they take away that kind of stuff. I hated it when they took away the stupid headphone jack. Like, I'm sorry, I don't always want Bluetooth. If I don't eat, I'll binge later after I start shaking. Yeah, that's how I get. So I'm usually okay with like remembering to eat for the most part until I start getting lightheaded or like my hands start like getting shaky. My saga lately, yeah. She had a really fun mouse experience yesterday. Not fun. Not fun. Katrina is not making it hard for me to say I'm not moving, or to say she's not making it hard to say no to Texas, basically. GoPro. I will have to look into it. Like, for some reason, whenever I hear GoPro, I think of the ones that are on like a helmet. I don't know why. I have issues. Yeah, that drove Hubs crazy about the external. I constantly move things over to my hard drive to delete off my phone. Why do they take away the external stuff? Like, I was so mad that they did that. And then on top of it, they went the Apple way and got rid of the headphone jack too. And I'm like, Well, what about my wired headphones? Like, I like those because I don't always want Bluetooth. Plus, a lot of Bluetooth earbuds don't fit in these small ass ears. And they like stick out. Like the ones that I have are like a minty green and they stick out like all the way like out here. And Joe likes to tell me that I have Shrek ears when I wear that. So, like, I don't always want Bluetooth. Plus, it's just like another thing that I have to charge. I'm sick of charging things. You did a whole TikTok about the mouse? Oh god. Ugh. Ugh. Headphones with a USB-C, that's what my son uses with his phone. Oh, they make those? I don't know if that's a USB-C. I don't know. I'll have to look into that though. Yeah, that part doesn't bug me because I prefer Bluetooth. I'm always switching between my phone and computer. For some reason, when I am using my Bluetooth headphones on my laptop, the sound quality sucks. I don't know if there's like a specific sound setting that I need to change, but it's always sounding not necessarily muffled, but it doesn't sound crisp and clear. Like it would if it was like through my phone. So I don't usually use my Bluetooth headphones for my laptop. I use my wired ones because my laptop still has the headphone jack. Thank goodness. Um, and the listening to it through the headphone jack, it's crisp, clear, and no issues. But whenever I use my Bluetooth headphones through the laptop, it's shit. Shit. Absolute shit. Probably, though I can't even use my noise canceling ones because we lost them. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh. Gotta love kids, right? Alrighty. I didn't start a tree because I didn't know a whole bunch of people started came on during the last sprint. So I can start a tree for the oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll do a tree for the next sprint after this one. Yep, I was like, what is Oh man. Every time I reconnect my earbuds to Bluetooth, my husband's phone gets an alert if he wants to connect to them. It bugs the crap out of him. Like, I understand technology is supposed to make our lives a little bit easier, but I really don't feel like it does. I feel like it makes our lives worse sometimes. Ugh. All right, why don't we start this next sprint so I can finish up this admin stuff and hopefully get back to the writing things. And I am starting the sprint now. So I'll see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? I was actually very, very productive during that sprint. I found an ENT for both me and my son, set up appointments for both of us. I sent the email to my kid's principal to figure out what I need to do in order to get him evaluated to start the speech program through the school, so that maybe we can cut costs and stop doing the private speech therapy because that can get super expensive. And I started filling out a job application. So I was pretty productive during that. And while I was in the middle of doing the email, I remembered what my husband asked me to do, which was the whole ENT thing. So figured that out and did it. It's marked off. Cookster, hello, happy Wednesday. If you are wanting to plant a tree, I did start a forest code, and it is scrolling at the bottom if you want to plant a tree with me. But yeah, I'm feeling real good. I gotta finish going through some CRW membership stuff on the Facebook, and finish this job application, and then I'm gonna write. Getting closer to the writing stage. We have 2, maybe 3 more sprints in this live stream, depending on how chatty we get, because I do need to get off by like 1:20 my time, which is in about an hour and a half, so that I can at least eat something before it's time to go pick up the kids from school. And yes, it's awesome being productive and remembering what you're supposed to be doing. Added 84 words. Yes. Love when that happens. Let's see. I did my morning journaling, then wrote 76 words. Yay. What kind of journaling do you do? I want to get back into, I have a notebook right here. That's hard to get to right now because I have so many things over here, with a pen in it. And these are supposed to be my morning pages where I write what's going on, get things out of my brain. And I was doing like really, really well for a couple of days, and then I missed a day and I stopped. So I literally have only done, I think this is like 3 days worth. So I do want to get back into this habit because I feel like that really helped get some stuff out of my head to where I feel like it was cluttering my brain and not allowing any like creative words be able to come out. But I want to get back into this. That's probably something I'm going to look to be doing in March as one of my goals. It's a low-key take on morning pages, and I have a gratitude journal. Nice. I feel like that's kind of what this is, because it's not necessarily, I don't really know exactly what morning pages is because I haven't read The Artist's Way yet, but I do have it somewhere. Oh, it's right here. I do have it. The Artist's Way is actually on mine and Katrina's list of things that we want to do for the podcast. But it's like, I think a 12-week thing. So we need to like really plan that out. but I feel like what I was doing is kind of like that in a way. Um, but I love that you have a gratitude journal. That's awesome. I need to get back into reflection journaling. I haven't done it since I dropped multiple planners. That's awesome. I haven't even thought of doing like a reflection journaling type of thing. I mean, I have so many freaking journals that I need to figure out what to do with them. I need to start using them basically. Yeah, we really do. We'll work on that. We need to figure out what we want to do in general with the podcast. Um yeah. We've got lots of stuff to figure out. Mhm. Yeah. Uh I feel like March is going to be the month of figuring out what to do podcast related. As long as we get our writing stuff conquered. Cuz you have a big deadline in March. And I'd like to be done with my draft in March. So, we're getting there. We are getting there. What we should probably do is put like a poll or something on the Discord and figure out what you guys collectively would like to see in a podcast for writers. Also, yay for the words for Devin and a hi or howdy. Michelle, I have so many journals and I'm trying to make sure I actually use them. So, other than my morning pages and gratitude, I have a brain dump journal that also has a running to do list. Nice. I kind of want to get back into like regular bullet journaling that would act with my like running to do list type of thing. There was a time probably 2-ish or 3 years ago where I was just obsessed with collecting and purchasing all of the Archer and Olive journals. And so now I have like, I kid you not, probably at least 20, if not more, that need to be used. Like I need to start using them. Obviously I've got this that is kind of like the morning pages. I've got my writer's bullet journal stats type of thing. This was 2020 to last year for the writer's bullet journal. I've got my romantasy brain dump hodgepodge of a notebook, my reading bullet journal, it's a reading bullet journal, but in the sense of it takes place over more than just 1 year. I think I have it set for like 10 years right now. Yeah. I need to start using these journals. Devin, goal, publish the next 2 books this year. Lofty, I know. I think you can do it though. You're on book 2. Are you doing the first draft of book 2 or are you doing edits? Because I feel like if I remember correctly, you were doing edits. So technically, I want to make sure that I'm right first before I go back. So, is book 2 drafted or are you drafting it currently? Ooh, journaling sounds like a lot of fun. I need to use some of my notebooks. I have so many. I feel like that is a common problem with writers. We collect a lot of stationary like things and then don't use them. Oh my God, have you seen the new typewriter spring edition? Yes. Katrina showed me I think whenever it like went live. So I'm assuming like last Friday or something, I think is when she sent it to me. It's gorgeous. I've purposely not gone on the actual website because I don't trust myself. And the last thing I need is the hubby to be like, what is this large purchase for A&O? Because I don't need it right now. I have so many. I want it, but I don't need it. I'm trying to be really, really good. Also, Katrina showed me a candle that is apparently at Bath and Body Works, and I think it's called Book Loft or something, and I need it. That is a need, so I'm gonna have to get that soon. But we need to get more soap anyways, so I'm okay with adding one candle on for that. Draft 2 of book 2 just got the first round of beta feedback. I might do developmental edits this go around just to enhance the story. So at least you already have like a draft done. I feel like you're on track to being able to make this goal very plausible. So I think you're doing great. It smells so good, does it? Oh, as soon as I saw that it had bergamot, I was like, I'm in. I am in. Bergamot is like the main thing that's in Earl Grey, and we know how much I love Earl Grey. I need this candle. I'm going to have to order it real soon. I wonder if I have any Bath and Body Works coupons. I'm going to have to take a look. I did 2 rounds of beta for book 1. I used an alpha reader to cut down on costs, which I totally understand. It can get expensive publishing our own stuff, right? I like am terrified of even thinking about it. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I haven't finished anything is because I'm so scared of what comes after finishing the first draft. What is going on outside? It's messing with all of the lighting. I bought 2, one for me and one for a giveaway at my next signing. That's awesome. Okay, here goes the lighting again. I don't know if the sun knows if it wants to be out or not. Bergamot is my jam. Gonna make 2 cream lavender. Let me know how the lavender Earl Grey tea is. I'm so nervous about having floral Earl Grey because I love Earl Grey, but I'm not always a big fan of floral flavors. Like I have a rose Earl Grey and I think I have a lavender Earl Grey as well. And I haven't tried either of them because I'm not usually a big floral fan when it comes to taste. But I love Earl Grey. Earl Grey is like my favorite. My favorite. Alrighty. I see a comment coming in. Lavender Earl Grey is good to me. The rose is too strong for me. Okay. I have a feeling the rose is going to be too strong. Mainly just because I've had rose flavored stuff before and I did not like it. I did not like it. I felt like I was like drinking perfume. I'll have to look to see if I have a lavender one. I feel like I do. I feel like it came in one of my Sipsby boxes in the past. So I'll have to look. But why don't we go ahead and get the next sprint started? It looks like we might only have enough time for 2 more and then maybe like a quick 15-minute sprint. So let's get this sprint started. I will see you guys back. Hold on, let me start the tree. starting the tree. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting! Okay, and that was that sprint. How did we do? I did most of that job application and I put it to the side for right now. I hit save and it's just sitting at the bottom of my desktop because I wanted to get some writing stuff done. So I opened up both my contemporary romance project and my fantasy romance project. I made sure that NovelPad had all of the new words that I wrote for the contemporary romance in the past week because I forgot to add that in on Sunday. And I wanted to see if I was like still on track for my deadline of the end of March. And I think I am. And then I am updating my project target for the romantasy, and I think I'm gonna change that to the first draft being done by the end of May. That way I can focus April and May on drafting that. Ideally, if the contemporary romance is done by then. Let me create a new room real quick for the tree, and then I will get to comments. The new room code is ZJ8 BJ5SG. ZJ8BJ5SG. Perfect. If you want to plant a tree with me, it is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We're going to change that to the moon tree because I want to. Alrighty. And Katrina ran out to run errands and get lunch. We got this. We so got this. My hair is going crazy today. I'm looking for easy beta readers if anyone is interested. Not the whole read a chapter and answer questions, but read it and let me know your thoughts, not grammar related. If anyone is interested, you can go ahead and message Devin. She is over on our Discord server. So you can contact her there if you want. I added a few more words, but not super feeling it at the moment. Still loving Campfire. I added some of the beta comments there. Nice. I was going to ask how you are enjoying Campfire and if you are still enjoying it. I didn't do a whole lot with like the manuscript portion. I started using it and then I don't know. I don't know if I like how it's essentially like how Microsoft Word is, where you have to do the headings. I don't know. I don't know if I like the manuscript portion of it, of drafting in it. I like everything else. Like I love Campfire for like the series Bible or the book Bible, where it has all of my world building and all of that kind of stuff. I love it for that. Drafting wise, I still feel like Scrivener is where it is for me, especially after having that issue last weekend when I didn't have internet service and the only thing that I could use was Scrivener or Microsoft Word because I have the desktop versions of those and they don't need the internet to open them, as to where everything else I needed the internet. So I was dealing with that issue, and because of that, I think I'm just gonna stick with Scrivener and or Microsoft Word, because I'm not always going to have the internet, and I'd like to also not have to rely on the internet for my writing. So there's that. Michelle got 357 words. Yes, absolutely. Nice, Michelle. Also, you guys suck. I started looking at the Archer and Olive Spring collection. Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, I specifically have not gone on the website. I only know of the typewriter one because Katrina sent me a screenshot of what it looks like. But I have physically not let myself go onto the website because I know me. And I don't need to spend that kind of money right now. And Devin goes, oops. It's okay. Oh my gosh. It is really, really pretty though, isn't it? It's so pretty. I don't even want to look at what the rest of them looks like because I don't need to buy things right now. Same. Campfire can be opened and used offline. I know Scrivener works for many. And that's the thing is most of the time Scrivener works for me. I still haven't found the writing program that works 100% for me. I hate that Scrivener doesn't have a collaboration type of feature. I don't necessarily really like the whole goal setting or lack of goal setting for Scrivener. I much prefer how Novelpad has things. I also really, really like how Novelpad, I can see how many words each POV has, and I can see how it is how equal or not equal, or if I'm missing some scenes for a certain POV kind of character. I like how Novelpad has that, but again, Novelpad is mostly online. Like you can write offline, but you have to have it open already before you lose internet connection, which is how most of these programs are, which with the exception of Dabble, which I refuse to go to Dabble because of the pricing. The pricing is terrible with Dabble Writer. So there's just Scrivener works most of the time for me. But there are times where I'm just like, this isn't working and I need something else. And I haven't found the program that has everything that I want and doesn't cost an arm and a leg every month. And is offline. I draft and write in Word. I have thought about trying that. However, I don't write linearly, so I feel like Word won't work for me. But I have looked into possibly drafting in the way that Bethany Atazada does, where she already has it pretty much formatted and she like sets up the chapters. That way I can just go to like the navigation pane and go to each chapter. But I don't know if I'll like that. Like, are you able to like drag the scene up if you realize that it actually needs to be, 3 chapters ahead or, later? Or I just don't know. Is it the whole navigation pane and like being able to just like click on that chapter and everything? Like I know that trick. I just don't know if it'll work for me. I haven't tried it myself. Like I haven't tried writing that way yet in Word. But a part of me kind of wants to, just because of what I experienced over the weekend of not having internet and not being able to open up anything because I didn't have my web pages already open before I lost the internet. Yeah, we will. Because I love Scrivener and I love everything that it can do. It's just there are some times where I just don't like it. And it's or the like 90% of the time I love Scrivener. But it's that 10% that just really irks me. Oh man. I just mm, I'm telling you, they need to have better writing programs out there that don't have to rely on the internet. Like most of the writing programs out there say that you can work offline, but the problem is you have to already have it up and on your web page before you lose the internet. And that wasn't the case for me this past weekend. I didn't I didn't necessarily lose the internet. I just didn't have it on already up and loaded on my web page before I went to the cafe and didn't realize that the cafe didn't have Wi-Fi capabilities. And so I couldn't even open them. That is where I ran into the issue. But also like they shouldn't cost so much and they shouldn't rely so heavily on the internet. Like, I am totally, totally fine with doing, like, a one cost, like how Scrivener does, and then doing, like, a separate monthly, like, $5 fee if you want the cloud service for it. I think that makes sense. That way they're getting their monthly money that they want to upkeep with the updates, but you get to purchase it and have it on your computer to where you don't need the internet. Like, I only want the internet service for, or like the internet portion of online writing for like backups to where I can use the cloud service for. That's all I want online stuff for. Otherwise, I want the program on my desktop or on my laptop and I can open it whenever. I don't need to make sure that I'm connected to the internet. I don't need like why? That's what I hate about most writing programs is that I can't do that. Writing programs shouldn't cost an arm and a leg and should be easy to use. 1000%. 1000%. And I feel like Scrivener is actually on the cheaper end for most things, considering I think it's only $45, and that's just the one-time fee. And I love that. And then Microsoft Word, I know, is now a subscription thing, but I use all of the Office products so much that whatever. Sometimes I'll use the hotspot for on my phone when my internet is out so I can connect Google Docs online and then set it to work offline. I don't know how to set up a hotspot. I am not kidding when I tell you when I was a teenager and on MySpace, I was like, a brilliant coder. And now I am 33 going on 34 and I feel like I know nothing when it comes to technology. Not that I was a brilliant coder back in the day, but you know what I mean? Like we knew how to do everything. And I feel like now that I'm in my early to mid 30s, I don't know how to do anything technology related. And I rely solely on my husband for all my techie stuff. Like my friend, I went to the cafe with my best friend because she's writing her dissertation for her doctorate. And um, me and both of us were too afraid to find out if they had like a password for their Wi-Fi because we could see that there was a Wi-Fi available, but there was you know how like when you go to a hotel, it'll tell you, "Oh, here's the password for your Wi-Fi." There was no signs anywhere in the cafe pointing to it, and me and her are both like very introverted. So, I was like, "I'm just going to work on I don't need the internet for my writing. I can just open it up and write." But she needed to look up some research. So instead of asking the one worker who was there, she just set up a hotspot for herself. But I don't know how to do that. And honestly, I don't want to have to do that for my writing program. I feel like I don't feel like it should be that difficult to where I need to log on to the internet to open up my writing to then go on offline mode. Like, there are extra steps I don't need to do. If you have an Android, which I do, mobile hotspot and tethering is under connections and settings. I will keep note of that. But again, I feel like we don't need, like, I feel like that's the extra step and we shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, writing programs are supposed to make our lives easier. And I feel like with being only on the internet or having offline capabilities, but already needing to be on the website before you lose your internet connection is something that we shouldn't have to worry about as writers. Because the writing programs are supposed to help us, not hinder us. And on Saturday, without being on the internet at all and not being able to get an older version of one of my stuff, I felt like it was a hindrance, and it kind of just gave me the ick on a lot of the writing programs out there, you know? Word for me is 11 a month. Campfire can be opened without internet. When you connect to the internet, it saves onto the cloud. Is there like a desktop app that you have to download? Because I didn't do that for Campfire because I was only looking at Campfire last week when you were talking about how much you liked it, and I didn't really like look more into it. But it wasn't Campfire that I was like irked about. It was Living Writer that I couldn't even get onto at all without the internet, and then Butterdocs where I couldn't start a new project without being connected to the internet. I could open up one of my older projects, but I couldn't start a new project because I wasn't connected to the internet. And I was just like, no. It was a big F you. Yeah. Like I love it. I love that, we're able to be anywhere and go onto any computer and sign into our accounts and being able to access our writings anywhere at any time. However, I feel like there's a big disconnect on when you're not even able to get onto the internet. Like, what if the internet was down nationwide? What are we supposed to do then? You know? Like, what if we weren't able to get on any type of Wi-Fi, even via hotspot? What are you supposed to do then? Like, with these, I don't think a lot of these online writing programs are putting that into consideration. That a lot of the times, or not a lot of the times, but there are going to be times where no one's going to be able to connect via Wi-Fi or internet. And what are those writers supposed to do? You know? Going back to Word, I think I do like the yearly subscription, and I think it's like $99 for the year or something. And I do the family that way. My husband can use it, and my kids can use it, and we can have it on multiple devices and whatnot. All right, I'm going to have to look into the desktop app for Campfire and put that on my laptop just in case I need that. I think I saw this come in when I was talking about Butterdocs. Yeah, and I haven't even like looked into ButterDocs a lot. I just knew that I had like the desktop app or the desktop the desktop app for ButterDocs on my laptop at the time. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to see how I like this while I was at the cafe. And so I went to new project and I couldn't even enter a new project because I wasn't connected to the internet. And I'm like, this isn't going to work for me. Like, the writing programs are supposed to make your life better, not worse. Is basically what I was trying to get with that rant. We travel too much for me to rely on the internet. I would be lost. Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like I don't think a lot of these writing programs have put that into consideration. We should do a live in the Discord live chat and I can walk you through my process on Word for drafting. Yeah, we should plan on doing something for that. Absolutely. Okay. We only have time for one more sprint since it's already almost 12:45. So I'm gonna say last call on if you want to plant a tree with me, because we're gonna start this the last sprint in about a minute. I know I've been chit-chatting and venting about the writing programs and the lack of offline capabilities and what they should look like as offline capabilities. Oh man. Yeah, I know. I do have the Notion app, like the desktop app on my laptop, and I haven't tested on whether or not I can still do things in the app while and then it just like syncs up once I am on the internet. I haven't tested that and I don't know how that works or not. But I do know that it is mostly online capabilities. And I haven't really looked into the phone app. I've only been dealing with the desktop app because I much prefer this kind of typing rather than this kind of typing because this kind of typing hurts my wrists and my thumbs. As to where this I can do all day long. If that makes any sense. Plus, I type faster on a keyboard than I do here. And I feel like I can't get all of my thoughts out when I'm doing this, rather than I feel like I'm not missing out on anything when I'm actually typing. That's probably just a me thing. Alrighty, I am hitting start on the tree. And we are going to go ahead and start this last 25-minute sprint. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes and happy sprinting. Right, and that was that sprint. I got distracted by looking at all the different teas on Sipsby because of their sale, and I have that uh, credit that I have to use up, which is I think I have like $32 that I have to use up. So I'm looking at tea. uh, I started uploading my social media posts on my computer too. Yeah, I. Ugh. Uh, I think that makes sense though because I think you can use like the there's a few different apps that you can, or not apps but or websites that you can use as like scheduling your social media. And I think you can just, I don't know, don't quote me, I'm terrible with that. I'm also getting hungry, so I'm a little loopy right now. um Going back to the lavender Earl Grey that we were talking about, I do have a lavender Earl Grey because it was in my June 2023 box. Um, so there's that. Um, yeah. I'm gonna be really upset if they really are going out of business. I'm gonna miss my monthly tea box. Michelle got 453 words. That's amazing. Yes. Yeah, Planoli and Metricool cost money for more than one social platform. I just do everything myself. Yeah, I don't have any scheduling of social media. I just do it myself, but I do know that um once I am going, like once I get closer to like a release type of thing, I'm gonna want to have something that I can just schedule out, because like Katrina, she will set aside like one Sunday a month and she will schedule out an entire month of social media. And I feel like that's just the way to do it because I don't like being on social media. So if I can like actually like streamline that, that would be great, because I don't like being on social media due to the fact that it messes with my anxiety so much. My husband's always like, "Why don't you like apply to like, be like a social media manager?" I'm like, "Because I don't want to be on it more than I need to be." Um, and even the amount that I need to be needs to be drastically cut. I don't. Oh, social media is like a blessing and a curse all in one. And Hootsuite, yeah. I really hope they don't go out of business. I love exploring the tea brands they offer. I know. Mm, I'm like really, really upset about the Sipsby tea box thing. Ugh. It it I don't even know if there's any other type of like monthly tea like this out there. Wasn't this like the only one? So now I'm just like going through the tea brands that I do like and seeing if they have anything available for me to um purchase. Can you save money for a book tour instead of doing it yourself? Um I don't know about saving money, but saving time and sanity probably. Or no. Yeah. save time and sanity by using a book tour company rather than doing it yourself, I feel like. But doing it yourself, you're probably saving money. I personally don't have the effort or the want to do a book tour myself, nor do I think I have the resources. Like there's some book tour companies out there like Espresso Book Tours that have thousands of people on their mailing list that your book can go through. I don't have that kind of connection. So I feel like going with a book tour company can only help. I know Katrina, she's not around right now, but she is in the process of going through a book tour company. I know she's used Espresso Book Tours, but I think she's looking at a different one right now. So if you want to contact her on the Discord and ask her about her thoughts on using book tour companies. I don't think you'll save money by using one, but I think you'll save in terms of sanity, for sure. And how much connections that they have through their mailing list alone. And then, yeah, I definitely think it's a good idea to pay for a book tour. Less stress, less social. Same. Yes. Like the less I need to be, or the less I can be on social media, the less stress I'll feel. Save sanity is seriously probably the best thing a company can do for us, right? All right, everyone. I need to go get some lunch before it's time for me to go pick up the kids, which is approaching very, very, very fast. I will be back on tonight to do some more sprints, and tonight there will be writing involved for me. This morning it was just a lot of admin stuff that I needed to get done. So tonight's sprints and live stream will begin at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern. But until tonight, you can find me on the Discord, and the links are down below if you aren't over on our little cozy corner over there yet. But thanks for sprinting with me and hanging out with me while I get some stuff done. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.